Okay. Sorry, I'm a little bit later than normal. I mean, I don't have a schedule either way, but I was waiting until Luke ended his stream because I didn't want him to raid me. So that is why I'm a little bit behind. We need to talk about the rumor mill. As you guys know, or if you do know me, I've been playing that game, Love and Deep Space, and there's some shit going down in that community. Oh my god, so much is happening. There are so many rumors, and I am stressed out. I don't know what to believe, who is right, who is wrong, and the only thing that we can do is literally hold on, my music is too quiet. Where'd my background music? Can you guys hear my background music? I can't hear it. I don't like that. It's too quiet. You can hear it? Okay, well, I guess as long as you can hear it. Okay, the only thing that we can do is wait for the company to release a statement. However, I have come across some things that a lot of people are kind of disregarding that unfortunately put me towards the belief that we will not be getting our dear wolf back. It's very, very sad. I have, however, decided even if we don't get him back, I will continue to play this game as normally as I can. It will feel weird, honestly, knowing that there was like a whole part of the story, a whole character that was meant to be released that we will never get. Yeah, I mean, it's really sad, and honestly, like, I wouldn't say I'm at the acceptance stage. I would just say that I'm still really sad, and I still have high hopes, but I don't know at this point. Hi Hob, hi Skida, hi Callus, thanks for the daily moon drops. Almond, thanks for the daily moon drops. I know that I'm always super late. It's because I have so much to say always. Okay. Oh my gosh. Okay, so we need to talk about the rumor mill. So. I have been in their Discord. Like, I've literally left it twice and rejoined twice because I got so overwhelmed with all of the like drama and negativity, and it was just really, really, really stressful. But let's go over some things here together because we need to talk, okay? So there's stories everywhere, from the game is gonna shut down completely to like there's gonna be a 2-month hiatus while they rebuild, but the 6 leads will be as intended, launched. I don't think that's true, unfortunately. I mean, it's just like I said, it's hard to say because we don't know anything. It's so stressful. But okay, let me see. Oh. So I came across this. You're gonna see a whole bunch of stuff in the background. Now, to you guys, it just looks like a bunch of foreign letters, and that's because it is. If we translate this is a article from Beijing Daily, and it is basically kind of talking about the situation. Somebody said that this is the state making their or putting their stance out, because this apparently is like this thing is apparently like the states or the whatever, it's like their mouthpiece essentially. Like anything that they write is like what the government wants to say essentially, which I don't know if that's true. Like I said, take everything I say with a grain of salt because all I have is secondhand information. I'm sorry, I burped. So basically, like, it's saying that the game will be able to continue, but that because Valco looks too foreign and seems to be like a way to pander to foreign audiences, and is not let me see, it says it right here, I have to find it. Oh, I'm getting another spam call. So yeah, he wants to expand to overseas market and tap into the new paid space. However, the essence of this type of game is pure emotional connection, and using new characters as commercial expansion tools carries a high risk of backlash. So also there was a Reddit user that kind of, I'm gonna open my DMs, sorry, I was sending this to somebody to try and understand this. So he says here, the state issued a new statement an hour ago through its media, the capital's daily paper. It's been reposted across multiple outlets. The TLDR version, you broke my daughter's heart because you got careless, greedy, and arrogant. Get your priorities straight and talk to her properly. The long version, otome games function on trust and emotional connection, but Infold's strategy is to use the lees as tools for commercial expansion. The latest lee is clearly a tough guy style designed for expanding into EU and US markets. However, if Infold management tries to push this through unilaterally and keep using controversial copywriting, it will backfire as they are failing to treat the players as humans with feelings deserving of respect. So the article itself doesn't really touch on the whole 731 issue, but let me see. Apparently also previously a Chinese temple was mistranslated to and dubbed a Japanese temple, which really like entirely is erasing Chinese culture. So the game is supposed to be Chinese first, essentially. Like before anything, it has to appeal to China and spread Chinese culture. And if you're trying to erase Chinese culture in the game, it is basically a no-no. And so that is what apparently is going on right now. So like I said, all rumors. I know that what I do know is that apparently outside of the company building, there was pictures of the 6 boys displayed and they took them all down, all 6, which could be like the beginning of the end, or is like, I don't know, it's so scary to think about. I don't want the game deleted. I do want Valko. I'm just very shocketh. But basically they have to like regain trust in the Chinese market, and they cannot be, which I think is so weird. I think it's so weird that they don't like the game because it is a product in the end, right? And while yes, you know, I'm sure they want it to be Chinese first, one character that may appeal to foreign markets, is it really that big of a deal? Because the foreign market is already invested in this game. The foreign market already like plays the game. We are all global players and we love the game for the characters that have already been introduced, and we were excited for a new character. Personally, to me, Valko, maybe he looks a little bit more westernized, but look at Silas. What about Silas is Chinese? White hair, red eyes, that's a fictional man. Like, there is no Chinese man that looks like that. Xavier has blue eyes and blonde, like ash blonde hair. What is, like, do you know what I mean? I don't understand. I just don't get it. I don't get it why this character specifically is what spawned all this drama. Oh, hi, Monkey Boy. OMG, hi, nice little Dan. Welcome and thank you so much for the game, the surprise gift. Rice is primarily grown in flooded fields known as paddies, although it can be cultivated in upland areas. It requires specific climatic conditions, including a warm temperature, sufficient moisture, and growing season of several months. Major rice-producing countries include China, India, Indonesia, Bangladesh, and Vietnam. Thank you so much, Monkey Boy, for that fact. That was very easy to read. Hi, Dan. What the fuck, full username. Hi, nice little Daniel. And the government name. Oh my god, I'm so hot, you guys. It is literally freaking 1,000 degrees. It is so hot these days. I can't. Oh my god, oh, I know you can't see that. Anyways. So I was hesitant to believe this person that this is the state making a statement because it's Beijing Daily, and the sources in it is like, okay, this guy Jiang Han is a senior researcher at Pangu think tank, and then the other guy they name is, who else do they name? They name Zhang Shul, who is, let me see, where is he? Zhang Shul, who is what? Who is he again? He's some kind of like industry analyst, okay? And this, so there is no like government official in this article listed that's making this statement, but this guy or this person who is derpier than you on Reddit says that this is the government's mouthpiece. Like this is the government speaking through this. Like nothing goes through this that is not government approved, essentially. So this is them making their statement on the issue. So basically the stance, or the what this is claiming is game can continue, but you need to stop trying to pander to foreign markets and focus on China first. And then there's the whole 731 issue, which is a whole different issue. However, there is like literal screenshots of Chinese players admitting that they dug up all this 731 nonsense and all this to try and get results. Like it wasn't real criticism. It wasn't really like a concern, you know, it was just something that they brought up to try and get the results that they wanted. And now that it's like all of this, I hear that some of them are kind of being like, holy shit. But I don't know for sure. Obviously, everything that I have is secondhand. I don't have anything firsthand because I'm not on most social media. I'm literally only on Discord, and I don't even use Reddit anymore. This is the first time I've used Reddit in like 6,000 years. I'm not on X. I'm not on TikTok. I'm not on anything else. I'm on Threads and I'm on Discord, and that is where I'm getting my info. And I found this post on Discord posted by this Reddit user. So it's just very, very stressful. And the fact that the company hasn't released a statement too, it's just really, really, really wearing on me. It's just really, really, really wearing on me. I honestly, like, I know it's dramatic, but I have been very anxious about this whole thing, okay? And it's because the thing with me is when I care about something, when I am hyperfixated, when something is, you know, the forefront of my personality, I care a lot, and I care way too much, okay? Like, call it cringe and all that. If this had happened 6 months ago when I wasn't playing this game, I probably wouldn't give less of a shit, honestly. I'd be like, that sucks for that game. But right now, it's what I'm invested in. Therefore, I'm really stressed about this, like a lot. And I had to like take a step back last night. I had to like literally like go to bed and like lay down, take some melatonin, and just read a book with some calming rain sounds and lo-fi in the background, because I have been very anxious over this, seeing all the misinformation, seeing all the like conflicting statements. Some say if you want Valko back, launch, like, play the game, do your dailies, support the game, leave a good review, because if you do that, it'll show, you know, that you're still going to support the game and blah blah blah. And then some are saying don't log into the game, don't do your dailies, don't support the game, bomb the reviews, show them that you were serious. But it's like, at the same time, will it matter to them? Because we are just the global market, and while we are a big contributor financially, in the end, it's a Chinese game. You know what I mean? So I don't want to say that our voice doesn't matter, but if it's the Chinese government versus a global market, it only makes sense that the Chinese government is what they're going to be. I mean, they have to. They have no choice. And then there's people saying that they're going to try to get out of the Chinese market. Like, they're going to try, not market, but like, they're going to try to get out from under the Chinese government, much like Hoyoverse did. Hoyoverse is apparently, they were based in China, and then they, for some reason, something happened. I don't know the story. Somebody please enlighten me if you do. But they apparently dipped out of China and built their base in Singapore, or have their HQ in Singapore now, to kind of like escape Chinese government. And some people are saying that's what Lads was going to try to do. think that's true because it kind of just came out of nowhere. And it also kind of seems... So some people are saying they're going to move to Taiwan. That doesn't seem like it would be a really good move to me because the political relationship between China and Taiwan is already very sensitive. So I can only imagine that a game as big as this, trying to move out of China into Taiwan, would completely blow up the Chinese, like, users and players. Like, it would completely, like, piss them off. I was reading some of the comments on this article, and they're like, somebody in a different one said, remember, oh sorry, that's Vix, remember, we are Chinese first, women second. And I was like, what? Like, me as an American, it does not make sense that you make your country your entire, like, that's who you are first. What the fuck? Like, maybe that's because I hate America and I would not be loyal to any country. Like, I mean, maybe I shouldn't say that on stream. I mean, I'm just saying, like, if the country doesn't care about me, but maybe, like, Chinese people just really, 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 really love their country. I don't know, but maybe living in China is really just that good. Because for me, as a woman in America, I can't wait. I mean, I would take any opportunity to get the fuck out of here. You know what I mean? So I don't know. It's really hard to say where everything's gonna go. I keep on hoping for good news. We're not getting good news. I keep on hoping for good results, but seeing things like this. But then I'm also seeing that a lot of the Chinese player base is being really supportive of the global fandom in their endeavors to bring this character back. This is all over just one character. Yes, Dan, over just one character that never even got to launch the game. But apparently he's like trending #1 in a bunch of Chinese like media, and then like all the top comments on the company's recent posts are about this character and they're all supportive. I know that a lot of Chinese players may not like him, but it seems like majority of them do, at least from what I'm seeing. But that could just be because like I said, I have only an outsider's perspective. I'm not Chinese. Everything that I'm seeing is secondhand. Launching global and replace him in CN with someone else. IDK. Well, that's what a lot of people are saying, is to just separate the servers. But I don't know if that would work, honestly. A lot of people are saying, and maybe that's something that they're working on right now. Like, the company has been so silent since the whole thing went down. It has been genuinely stressing me out that there is no word on anything. They have not said anything. All we have is rumors. All we have is, I don't know. It's like they have not said anything, but, well, not joint servers. No, it is different servers. Like, there is like the NA server and the Chinese server and everything like that. But I don't know, like, I mean, I guess if they just create a different character and launch him in China, but like the plot stays the same, maybe that would be something. But global market wants this character back. Okay, have you seen him? Look, this is the character that they say looks too Western. Images. This is the character that they say is just pandering to the Western market. Look at him. He's a fucking werewolf. Okay, like, they're saying he doesn't look Chinese enough, and that it's just like they think he's ugly because they want to like twinkify him. Like, they want him to be softer, and like, look, they were trying to redesign him to something like this. They were trying to redesign him because they didn't like how he looked. To, where is it? It was just here. I don't know how to find it, but like, basically, like, they want to make him more... He is ugly, but like, there's plenty of dudes in the game. It's like for that he's not ugly to me. Like, he's very handsome to me. Look at him. I think he's really cute. I think he's really handsome. But then they're saying he doesn't look Chinese enough. Oh, look, this is how they were trying to... I mean, it's a really blurry image because I can't find a better one, but like, they want to like, basically his jaw is too strong, they say, and his hair is too short, I guess. He looks too masculine. Where is the picture that I just saw? Damn it! I'm so angry. Falco, let me just try this. But then too, like you said, yes, if you don't like him, bro, there are characters in the game that I don't like. Like, look at this, okay? I never see these two characters in the game because I simply don't play them because they are not of interest to me. It's not that I don't like them, they're just not my cup of tea. I literally never see them at all. The only time I see them is like whenever they like post, I mean like, because you know they're AI, so they post on like the fake social media of the game. That's the only time I see them. I don't play their cards very often. I don't do anything involving these characters because they just don't interest me. But like also, look at this character. That's a white man, okay? That is a white man. That is a white man. Hi, Lucy. Welcome in. Hi, we're just yapping. These characters are also not Chinese looking, so what about this character? What about this character sparked so much rage that they decided that they were gonna blow this shit up? Because at this point, I have 3 possible routes in my head that this could possibly end in, okay? So route 1, you're going to shut down the game entirely because of this government drama and shit, which I don't know how involved the government is. Like I said, all I have is third-party sources. I don't know how involved the government is. I don't know how big the issue actually is with the government or whatever. There's rumors everywhere, like I said, but it's either shut down completely, it's either release him as normal and just take the shit from China, or it's game goes on like normal and we just try to pretend that we didn't almost get this character. This character, they have been working on him for like 3 years. Since the beginning of the game, they planned for 6 Lees, and then they just released because they canceled his launch. They, in the cancellation notice, they said that they are going to cancel his launch and they will not be releasing a 6th from now on. So it's like, there is a whole section of the plot that was planned for this character. What are we gonna do now? They have to completely rewrite the main story? So if they replace him with somebody else, somebody more twinkified, as you say, like maybe they can do that. Not as you say, but as I say, somebody more Chinese looking, and release this guy on global servers, I'm sure that people would be happy there. But the way that they jumped from we're not going to cancel him to fully canceling him and no more 6th Lee ever in the end, I feel like that was the wrong move. There was a lot of ways that they could have gone about this, and that was not it. That was definitely not the way to go about it, and I feel like they really fucked up. Hi, VCR Bunny. Welcome in. We're just yapping about Love in Deep Space and the current situation. I mean, I am personally. I don't think chat is listening to me, but I am yapping about it. You have a really pretty model. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Hi, I'm Astrika or Alex. You can call me whatever, honestly. And we're talking about the whole Love in Deep Space situation. I don't know if you're following it, but it's pretty crazy. I'm a big fan of the franchise, or of the game, not franchise, of the game, and kind of just going through it. Thank you so much for coming in and saying hi. I appreciate you. Nice to meet you. Anyways, yeah, I don't know. If I would complain too, but my complaint would have been his face is very similar to previous 2 Kais. And that's the thing too. They say they all kind of look the same. I mean, I guess if you really look hard, but I don't think they look the same. Maybe it's because I do you know Skid? Do we know? What was I gonna say? Isn't this romance with Super Hot Man? Yes, it is. It is the game that's currently literally up in flames. I don't know if you're following the situation, but it is currently up in flames, and the future of this game is very uncertain right now. Honestly, I don't think it's so much uncertain. I think that it's going to be fine. At least these guys are, but we'll see what happens like with the global market if they decide to actually fully cancel this character that they were going to launch. They decided not to launch in the end, and I'm so sad about it. I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know what's gonna happen. Ladies, what about the rest of us? Hi, Evil. I'm sweating, you guys. I'm so hot. It is hot in here. What the and I'm never hot. You don't understand. Like, I'm always cold, but I'm warm. Oh my gosh. I love doxing myself. It is my favorite thing. Don't forget that a lot of CN Hoyo fans didn't like how dark some of the darker skin releases were. A different target audience, but CN players got pretty protective over it typically. I just don't get it. I just don't get it. But they claimed this guy. They claimed this guy was tan. Tan where? Tan where? Where is he tan? I don't understand. What are you talking about? I don't understand. What do you mean? Well, apparently that was a complaint too, is they felt like this character would attract gay men to the game. And that they didn't want gay men playing the game. I don't know. I mean, I guess that just goes to show, you know, really different country, really different culture, because how is it 2026 and this is still a narrative that we're getting? Like, why are you still upset about a person that is not hurting you enjoying something? I don't know. But this whole thing is really, really, really stressing me out, though. I really need to touch grass, I think. Because this is really starting to stress me out. I mean, honestly, I feel like as time passes, like I said, I'm not accepting it yet. I'm not giving up on the fact that maybe we can still get this character back. Maybe there is still a middle ground that we can find. Maybe there is still something we can do to save him. I can assure them that Chinese gay men already play the game. I'm saying, but like they're trying to say, because this is a female-oriented game, it should stay being oriented to females, like trying to appeal mostly to females. Like they don't want it to start. I mean, I guess we're still females, right? But they don't really want it to start pandering to markets that are outside of that, because it's a cash grab. Like they see it as a cash grab. I don't know how to feel about how realistic they are. Maybe most people like the realism. I do. I like the realism because people have been saying, you know, like there's a lot of other dating sim games that you can play. I really like this game because of the 3D models. The anime art style of the other ones, it just is not immersive enough for me. And that's weird, I guess. Maybe that's what do they call it? Parasocial of me or whatever. I just don't find the anime art style of other dating sims as appealing as this one. I love how sort of realistic, but also like sci-fi-y this one is. I love the 3D models. I love the fully voice acted. I love just all the different parts of the game. In my opinion, if this game does go down, we would have lost the best dating sim that there ever has been, and I don't know if we will ever find another one. People are saying Silent Whispers could be up there, and maybe it is, but it's also another game that's being developed by Chinese devs that, you know, in the end could not work out in our favor. A lot of people have taken issue with this game and their devs previously, as like in the global market specifically, saying that it only listens to their Chinese player base. I don't really care about that. I'm happy with whatever I get. Truthfully, like I'm happy if I get crumbs. As long as I still get to enjoy the game, I am fine. I don't want more. People do those surveys, and people will like answer the questions, and in the other section be leaving I don't know how to talk today, guys. Be leaving like full paragraphs on suggestions for the game. I'm like, bro, as long as I can play the game and enjoy it, I am happy. I'm doing this survey for the reward, okay? To be real. That's the only reason I'm doing it. If it wasn't for that, I wouldn't, because I have no complaints. I'm happy. The only thing that I am unhappy about is the fact that they launched this character, promoted him for days, promised us they wouldn't cancel him, and then they did. And I was really, 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 really excited for him. Hi, Psycho Stain. It's been a while. How are you? It's been a bit. We didn't miss you. I'm just kidding. That's the only thing I'm upset about. And that is the only thing that has me not hesitating to play the game. I know that this will get me canceled among Valko supporters. I am also a Valko supporter, but I am logging in to do my dailies and claiming the rewards because, I don't know, you never know what's gonna happen. I do want him back, but oh my god, look at him! Look at him! I know, he's hot, right, Dad? I'm just kidding, I'm just kidding. Please go take care of your nosebleed. I know it's not because you found this man hot. I like the realism. I do like the realism. I like the look, but also look, if we don't get this character, the game will never be complete. Like, we will always be missing a gap in the story. There was always meant to be 6 of them. We knew this from the beginning. We always knew there was going to be 6 of them. In the game's, like, gear, it comes in 6 different colors. They're eye colors. He is the last one. Clean up on Alex's chair. No, I'm too distressed to do that right now. I don't know. I'm stressed. I really don't know. I don't know what to believe anymore. I don't know if I should hold out hope. I don't know what to do. Oh, here, look. They wanted to edit him to look more like this. Like, come on now. It hasn't been long enough. The door is right over there, Psycho. I'm just kidding. They wanted to edit him to look like this. Okay, whatever. Like, both are still good to me. Oh, hi, Natalia. We're talking about the situation and the rumor mill. Welcome in. Both are still good to me, but I prefer this design. This is the original, like, this is the, what is it? Like, this is the vision, the situation. Yes, I know. The situation, the rumor mill, what's been going on. I mean, I've been keeping up with this shit like way more than I need to. It's genuinely been stressing me out. My consensus, honestly, I don't think we're getting Valko back. I just don't think that the protest is going to succeed because I don't know. I mean, the thing is, it's hard for me to say for sure because, like I said, I'm only an outsider, but I don't know. But look how they wanted to redesign him. Like, like, they just wanted to basically, like, soften his jaw and give him longer hair. Like, what about this character is more Chinese than this character? What is the difference? There is no difference. That is still a white man. Okay? And apparently this would have made them way happier for some reason. I don't get it. I got my news from the grapevine myself. Just through the grapevine. Just from what I'm seeing. It is very distressing. Fringe off, fringe on. Exactly. Like, what's the difference? Okay, like, let's go back to wherever we were. Where were we? Were we here? Oh, we were over here, I think. Sorry, I have to find the page again. No. Was it here? We lost it. We lost the page. I probably closed it. But they want him to look more like an idol with softer and baby face features. Exactly, I guess. But it's like, why? Why? Like I said, for me, I play this game. There are characters that I don't even see. I don't even have to look at them because I just don't watch their content. I don't pull for them. If I pull and I get them, I pull again. That's what a gacha is about. That's what the gacha is supposed to be about. You're supposed to pull, fail, pull again. Like, that is the gamble that you're taking when you play a gacha. Like, sometimes you get something you're not entirely happy with, right? And then you just keep going. Like, that's the risk that you're taking with the gacha. So why? It's just so much unconfirmed news, so much we don't know. It's like there's just so much that we just have to wait. Like, it's just, the waiting is genuinely torture. The waiting is genuinely gonna make me age and tear my hair out and cry and I don't know, all of the above, okay? All of the above. I just want them to make a statement already and tell us what's happening. Yes, you pull and tug until you get the prize. Exactly! Exactly. Though I know the innuendo you were trying to make, that is what a gacha is all about. So... So yeah. I mean, I did decide, like I said, this will probably get me canceled among Falco supporters, but I did decide whether or not we get him back, I will still play the game. I still love the other characters. I still love the game. I'm invested in the game. Like, I love the game. I loved it before. I will continue to love it after, though it will feel a little bit empty knowing what we almost got and what we never got to have. And a part of the story will never be complete without this character. And that is really, really sad. Wait, pause. I clearly only read about gacha. Oh yeah, I forgot Psycho and Evil know each other. It's just the hairstyle issue. He looks much better here. He looks like, what's the difference? I don't like it. 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 So, okay, let's see. So it says... So they didn't really talk about the 731 issue, but the 731 issue is basically that... Which, like I said, I genuinely think this is something that they pulled out of their ass because they wanted some results from the company. They wanted to hear from the company, and this is the most drastic way that they could, because there's literally screenshots of some CN players saying that that's what it was all about. I mean, I'm sure to some people this is a very serious incident, and then they want to like come back to global players and be like, you have to understand historical trauma, like, you know, the country's trauma, blah 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 blah. Like, slavery was a thing that happened, and we still make movies about it, and we don't want to erase history, you know what I mean? Welcome back. Like, we don't want to erase history. Like, history needs to be talked about, to be remembered, it's important, you know? I come back to slavery. Okay, man. Hi, Dan. I'm just saying, like, okay, I mean, obviously the Holocaust was not something that happened to us, but the Holocaust is something that happened, you know, globally. Do we want to forget the Holocaust and just never talk about it again? But I think that's something that CN really likes doing, because, like, there was also the whole... Well, no, that's Japan. Sorry. I'm confusing countries. I mean, like, I'm just saying, like, there are things that happened in our history that we are not happy with. Our government is literally trying to erase parts of history in schools right now, and we don't want that. We want it taught. We want it to be shared and expressed, because it is not okay to just not forget history. And fiction is a thing. The Titanic, really crazy, sensitive issue. Like, yes, a lot of people died. And there is still fiction stories that are based around the Titanic. 9/11. There is lots of stories that are based around that time that include that event. And it's not something, you know, that we look back at and we're like, that's really fucking insensitive of you. Why would you include that? You know what I mean? Like, we're just like, oh, that's something major that happened in history. You know what I mean? But like I said, I'm not Chinese, and maybe I should just shut the fuck up, right? Before I get canceled forever. Who knows? Just like Falco did. A part of me has high hopes because the response has been so large everywhere. Like, global players everywhere are really, really fighting to get this character back. But also a part of me thinks that the global market versus the Chinese government for a Chinese game, obviously one outweighs the other. You know what I mean? Don't worry, Alex, I canceled you a long time ago. Those who forget history are doomed to repeat it. Exactly. I also forgot you. Or, oh wait, sorry, forgot? Canceled. I mean, also forgot, but also canceled. And I know that this issue is probably irrelevant to most of you. I know Natalia played. I don't think that Natalia has continued playing, but... What do we think? I saw a plea to global players. It felt like you don't understand because this is a Chinese game for Chinese women. Yeah. But the thing is, if it's a Chinese game for Chinese women, why does it have global servers? He's 6'2". Yeah, he's not Chinese. Crazy. Stop. Stop. Yeah, he's 6'2". Most of the characters are over 6 feet, I think. I don't know. Or all the characters. I think he's on the taller side of the characters. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know what to think anymore. I mean, it makes sense, yeah. This is what Chinese women wish Chinese men looked like, essentially. Because he doesn't look Chinese enough. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Hold on. Oh, shit. Lads. Like, what are you talking about? There's a fear of appealing to more people, and it's crazy. It's not even a fear. It's that they just don't want it. So the thing was, too, there was the issue of, I kind of mentioned this earlier, but I don't think you were here for it, Natalia, was that they thought the game was trying to erase Chinese culture and, like, on a global scale. Like it was expanding, but in its expansion, it was erasing the Chinese aspects of the game, right? By the Western looking model, but also there was an incident apparently where in a translation, a Chinese temple was translated to a Japanese temple instead. And that was like, okay, what the fuck? Which I totally agree with that. That's pretty fucked up. You shouldn't do that. You should just keep it as a Chinese temple, right? But look at this. That is a white man. That is a white man. This guy maybe could pass as like a K-pop idol, I guess. This guy, I guess, he looks Chinese or Asian. This guy also looks Asian, but these two? Blonde hair and blue eyes, white hair and red eyes. What about these men gives Chinese? Come on now. Now, this Reddit user really did kind of go into a whole bunch that I think is kind of important or not important, or I guess gives more context. So let's see. So it says, so if this person said, so if I'm reading between the lines correctly, are they saying you only cared about global players and neglected CN ones, so you better get back to keeping your CN players happy by focusing on quality and adhering to local tastes, sensitivities, and values. Keyword between the lines, focusing more on story and plot and the combat system and less on flashy gacha AUs and pick poses will improve the game for everyone, but the sentiment seems to be focused on doing things that CN players like. If you make them good enough, global players will like them too, but that should be a welcome side effect. So basically the game should appeal to CN players first, right? And this person, who is giving a lot of really good context and info, which, like I said, take it with a grain of salt. This is just a random person online. I don't know who they are. They could just be like, you know, pulling information out of nowhere, okay? But not exactly. That's what global keeps getting wrong. It's not about CN players versus global players. It's about existing players who are fine with CN styled content versus new or existing players who insist on having non-Chinese style content. I mentioned it in other threads before, but LAD's existence was permitted, yes, permitted, because it serves the capital's interest as cultural export as a form of soft power. The game helps to make CN culture, food, society, and even values more relatable. Consequently, it forms an entry point into other Chinese products, not just physical ones, but cultural ones, such as dramas, movies, music, etc. However, these are fictional men, right? And they don't all look Chinese. So the game, coming from China, could still very much promote Chinese food, culture, etc., while using these models and this model. It's still a Chinese game. We all know that. Okay. Okay, let's see. Because I find it funny because the typical ideal beauty in Chinese media literally doesn't have actual Chinese features. Korean too, exactly. The guy looks exactly like the clock guy from Resident Evil. Red eyes, very human. I know, right? Okay, you guys talking about Resident Evil. Yeah, I mean, and then okay, so to the state, it would make zero sense if the cultural export starts to rapidly absorb the cultures of the places it's supposed to be exported to. So they basically think that the game is absorbing foreign values rather than sharing Chinese ones. And China wants China first, essentially. It would end up becoming a cultural import. Think for a moment what it means if LAD's growth strategy is to create a new love interest every time they want to grow their market share. But that wasn't the plot. Like, that was never... And Infold had said it was going to be 6. It was always going to be 6. We always knew that. So it wasn't like, this wasn't just like maybe a part of it would have been like a slight market reach with just making them a little bit more Western. But these other characters don't look Chinese to me. Like, this doesn't look Chinese. This doesn't look Chinese at all. So what about this character drew the line? I'm stressed. I'm genuinely upset. I'm sorry. I need to calm down. Okay. If each Lee is designed specifically to appeal to a new foreign audience, e.g. by making him more American or more European, then at a scale the game would no longer feel like a Chinese product at all, hence the tough guy comment by the state. And that is the reason why Infold wrote what they did about not rolling out new love interests. The statement was meant to assure the capital that they got the memo and would scrap the approach to expansion. If you look at what the state says about prioritizing the player, plot, and quality, the player persona here isn't necessarily CN. For example, if you're a player who enjoyed the story and characters up until this whole fiasco, then theoretically you could also be considered by the state as one of the players that Infold has let down. You are among the people that the state has been disrespected and deserves to be treated as more than data. Now, I know some folks will say I'm an existing player who wants Falco back. Shouldn't my desires be prioritized as well? Unfortunately, the state's response would be no, because Valco is foreign aligned. I'm sorry, and you're welcome to stay and enjoy the game, but the game's design must be aligned to my society, not yours. I want my Chinese culture to be respected too, because that is why I allowed this game to exist to begin with. Hence the comment from the state about the need for alignment between the commercial value and mainstream values. The latter here refers specifically to CN societal values and norms. There's so much talk as if they created him in a day. Yeah, well, I mean, I guess this guy was being created, like, not under wraps, but, like, by the company, so not by the government, you know, not government approved. I don't know. But either way, like, basically, I genuinely do think that there is government involvement to a certain extent because Infold was defending Valco very strongly up until they canceled him. Like, they were defending him, they were promoting him, they wanted him rolled out, and then all of a sudden, state got involved and they canceled him. And I think it was because of this. Like, I mean, like I said, I don't know, because all I have is third-party info. Not even third-party, like just a bunch of people online saying their piece. But I don't think we're getting Valco back, unfortunately. I don't think that it's going to happen as much as I wish it was. In China, everything needs government approval, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, even the games that are created need government approval. Like, LADs had to get government approval before it was created, basically, like before it was rolled out. But I don't know if, like, them creating content, you know. Also, they're saying, too, now that the government is involved, the game is going to be a lot more censored and, like, watered down. You know how LADs, to an extent, has spicy content? That's not going to be a thing anymore. Like, not going to be a big thing anymore. Maybe, like, you know, a little bit, but not as much as it was before. Like they were kind of going a little crazy, and I think that the government stepping in is now being like, hey, stop that, which sucks because that was what kept the game interesting, you know. I have an idea. They should change the appearance of the characters to match the old Chinese scroll. Most men look old and ugly there. Exactly. Exactly. Honestly, I don't know. Right? I don't know. I mean, I've been seeing a lot of Valko the past few days, and it has a little bit been hurting. I'm not gonna lie. It does make me really sad. Like, the whole situation is really, really, really depressing. I feel so awful for the voice actors and for the devs and for everyone that worked hard on this character. Like, they were done so wrong. But also Chinese gachas pull so much from other cultures all the time. I agree. It's just honestly, it was just honestly bad luck. Honestly, it feels like it was a bad gacha pool, bad gamble that they did. Like, they just got really unlucky and they are being made an example of. Truthfully, that's how I feel, is that this company is being made an example of right now. And it sucks that it was them. It sucks that it was this game. It sucks that it was this moment, for sure. But truthfully, I just feel like it was just shitty luck. And now we're here. Now we're here wondering what the outcome is going to be. Losing a whole section of this plot that has been in the works since the game was originally created. It's just really... I feel like the game is going to go on like a downhill from here. I don't think there is much life left in the game. However, personally, I would rather lose interest in the game organically and play it and get bored of it myself rather than have it taken away from me in this moment. Like, I would rather continue playing it and then organically be like, okay, I think my time with this game is done, rather than the Chinese government just be like, we're taking this game away from you and then you can get away from me. That would be really sad. Now I'm like, does that mean in Nikki we can only have Chinese dresses? Well, apparently some of the, was it the clothes in Genshin or in Nikki? I don't remember, but apparently some of the clothes in Nikki or some sort of game was also like, they didn't like it because it was too sexy. It was too revealing and they felt like it was like leaving a bad look or whatever. I mean, that's just what I heard. I don't know for sure because I don't play those games, honestly, but I don't think that it means you can only have Chinese dresses, but I think that if the clothes start to look too foreign, like if they start to do like Latina baddie style clothes, I don't think it's gonna go over very well in China. We need to save our hot men. I know, our hot 2D men. And then they're like, how are the global girls so in love with the man they just met for like 6 minutes? And we're like, it's like, what do you mean? It's a game. I don't know. So I don't think it specifically has to be Chinese. Like, I feel like something like this, like My Fit, would probably be okay in Nikki. But if it were something like, you know, booty shorts and shit, like, I feel like that would probably not go over too well. They censored a dress by adding more lace to the back, yeah. It's just hard to say, honestly, and it's also, it sucks just not knowing, not hearing anything from them. I wish that they would just post a fucking statement already. Barebacks the horror, cover her shoulders next. I know. Like a freaking, what do they call it? What do they say when they're like seeing ankle or whatever? Like medieval man seeing ankle for the first time or something like that. Her dress is too revealing. The only way to censor it is to add more cleavage. Yeah, I don't know. It sucks all around, and I can't fucking wait for them to make a statement because I'm literally losing sleep over this shit. Like, genuinely, it's driving me insane. I hate it so much. Even if the statement is, sorry, there's nothing we can do, I want to hear something from them. Like, I don't like this silence. It's killing me. It's killing me. But I'm sure that they're scrambling in the back, you know? Like, they're scrambling, and they're like, what do we do? How do we how do we appease people in the best way that we can? Like, what happens? I don't know. I honestly feel bad for the company. I posted on Threads. I'm not mad at Infold. I genuinely, like, they wanted Valko. They wanted to put him out there. I'm mad at the people that took it to this level. I am mad at the management of the company who fumbled the rollout so terribly. I'm mad at the fucking little angry little people that just couldn't handle something not being catered to them. Just couldn't handle something new. You know what I mean? And they just refuse to accept it. Like, it's crazy. Like, for me, when I don't like something, I just don't interact with it. You know, it's really not that hard. Like, how does it not weigh on a person to be so rancid on the inside? Like, genuinely, like, being so angry and kicking up such of a fuss that you're, like, what, sending fucking funeral flowers and cow shit to a company? How do you not feel like the worst person ever all the time? I just don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. People will really be hating on there just for the love of the game. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that is true. People on there always love to complain. You can make money from threads, so engagement bait doesn't help you in any way. Yeah. No, people just like to be angry and, like, troll. Honestly, the block button has become my best friend on Threads. If I see something that I don't like or I don't agree with, I'm just like, block. Like, truly, like, because I'll go through those people's, like, when I see somebody post something like that, I'll go through their replies. Like, I'll click on their page and I'll literally, like, go through their replies before I, like, decide if I'm gonna take some time to actually, like, reply something. And I just see them spewing ugliness, toxicness, like, just, like, why would I waste my time on that? You know what I mean? Like, I'm just gonna continue not being miserable and I'm gonna let you do you. But I just don't get how people can exist like that. How do you have an existence like that? You know, like, I kind of knew somebody who, I don't know, it just, I don't know. It's just like, how are you always so angry? I don't get it. It takes so much effort to be angry about something. I'm not even angry, I'm upset about this, and it's taking so much effort. Like, why would I want this to be my mood 24/7? Yeah, I mean, I'm a heavy Threads user. I use Threads a lot. I mean, I spend most of my day on Threads, honestly. I probably need to stop. I actually did try to, like, limit my screen time on it. And I wasn't using it as much when I was really invested in lads, but right now, since this whole drama is going on, I'm, like, trying to stay up to date on what people are saying, if people are posting any updates, even though every update that you see until the company puts out a statement is just rumor mill, then, like, you can just go, like, third-party sites. But it's like there's conflicting info everywhere. Like, there's this here saying, no, we're not getting Valko, but then there's also posts everywhere from, like, other Chinese users saying we think that we have a good chance of getting him back, and then there's all this info about the game going on a 2-month hiatus so they can completely rebuild, but the six guys will be launching again. Like, it's gonna be all 6 of them, not just 5. Like, there's conflicting info everywhere, and it sucks that it sucks that we don't know anything and then we just have to wait and wait and wait, and waiting is genuinely torture. Waiting is torture for me right now. I know that it's dramatic. I know that I'm crazy. I know that I really need to fucking touch some grass, but I can't help it when I like something and care about something, and when it's like I care way too much. You know, I care way too much. Way too much. Way too much. I really need to practice moderation, but yeah. Like I said, I decided I will continue to play the game. Right now, I'm not really playing it as much right now because it's Zane's rerun, and like I said, I don't really fuck with Zane that much. So I'm just going in to claim my rewards and logging off. I'm not pulling right now because if I don't enjoy something or if I'm not that big of a fan of something, I just ignore it and I do my thing like a normal fucking person. But to each their own, I guess. To each their own. So yeah, I just wanted to come on here and yap about that situation because it's been all I've been able to think about for the past since the whole Valko announcement dropped. I keep seeing like teasers, like or like clips from the PV where you're just like scrunching his face and he's like all up on you and he was so cute. I'm genuinely so upset that we are not I'm genuinely so upset that they canceled him. I've never played any Japanese ones, but that's also because I don't know if you were here for that, but I did talk about how people are saying, you know, try Japanese ones and try this and that. I really like Lads because of the art style, the 3D art style, the fully voice acted, the animations. I really love it. It feels very more immersive to me, and I haven't seen anything else like it. And the Japanese ones are all like anime style, and I haven't seen any that are like animated. So if you have recommendations for me, slide them my way. I don't mind checking them out, but I've never played a game that I enjoy like Love and Deep Space that is like this, like an Otome game like this. I've never played an Otome that I enjoyed as much as this. Hi, Meku! Posted threads rant about it. I'll find you. I've posted not a threads rant, but I posted a few times on threads about the situation, like a lot actually, but not like threads, like posts on threads, but not like several posts in one. I've just posted several different posts. But yeah, no, I'm a heavy threads user. Hi, Meku. Welcome in. I'm so sad. I'm trying to get over it. I really am. I'm working on it, I promise. I really am working on it. But it's hard. So right now, since all this is going on, I haven't really been heavily playing it, which is why I haven't been streaming. Well, I mean, I have been streaming, but like shorter streams, I guess, because all I'm doing is talking about the situation right now. I'm not really playing it. Which character do you... Well, my main is Silas. My second main is Xavier. My third main... Well, actually, no, I'm gonna switch it up. My first main is Silas. My second main is Caleb. My third main is Xavier. And my fourth main was going to be Valko. But we don't get Valko anymore. So it's just Silas, Caleb, and Xavier. Those are my three boys, my three faves. And if Valko would have joined us, it would have been Valko too. Genuinely heartbreaking and distressing and upsetting and depressing. All the bad things that I could think of. All the bad things. All the bad things. If there are only 5 men, how are they all mains? Because it's like kind of like, you know, when they say pick a bias in K-pop, I can't pick a favorite anything, truly. I can barely pick a favorite color. Like, I can't pick favorites. People are like, pick a favorite, like, who's your favorite character in this show? I don't know. I just like them all. I can't. Thank you. I can take that. I can handle that. That man is fine. Genuinely, I was like screen recording some of my memories, my 5 stars, because I was like scared the game was going to shut down. And I still am kind of scared of it, but I'm less scared of it. I don't think the game will shut down, but I think that, I mean, at least I think it'll be affected from here on out for sure. I think it'll be a watered down version of the game from here on out. And I don't think we're going to get Valko back, unfortunately. That's where I'm at right now. It's sad. The answer is Chaewon. I love her. She's so cute and so sweet. But yeah. Well, anyways. Oh, I'm so sad. I need to get offline again. I really do. I need to get offline again because the situation is bringing me anxiety. The game is still the most profitable gacha, so I'd be surprised if it went down fully. I agree. That's why I don't think it'll be taken down, because it is so profitable. But I know they're projected to like lose like 10 million in profit, but still that's barely like a fucking dent. Maybe not 10 million, maybe I'm crazy, but a lot. A lot for sure. Maybe I'm, no, it was 10 million, I think. That they're projected to like lose 10 million from this whole incident. And I know, allegedly, all I have is threads people, and they're, you know, I know this, you should trust me, bro. But somebody is like saying like certain investors are pulling out, things like that, and no longer cooperating with Infold or Paper Games. No longer collabing or cooperating or whatever. Have you read the book Song of Achilles? I think you'd love it. I have not read it. What is it about? Tell me. Yeah, so like I said, right now, because of this whole situation, I'm kind of like, not taking a break from the game, but I'm like trying to just process everything. So I've been playing a little bit less. I did my dailies today offline, because I wasn't sure if I was going to stream or not today, but then I just had so much to say that I felt like I had to go live because I had so much to say. I was reading so much information, and I had to get it off my chest in order to try to get a good night's sleep tonight. Hopefully we hear something back from Infold soon. I'm hoping. I don't know for sure, but we'll see what happens. Anyways. Sorry again for the tiny baby stream. I will be back again soon. Probably this weekend, and we're gonna try playing a different game on stream. Maybe we'll start off with Lads Dailies and move on to something else, something a little cozy and vibey. And try to get our mind off of things so that we don't have to constantly think about all this negativity, or at least me. I know that's probably nobody else is going through it like I am, because like I said, I tend to care way too much about these things. And when I get invested in something, I get invested, and until I lose interest, unfortunately, it's my entire personality. That's what it's like to be a hyperfixator. So anyways, yeah. We're just gonna keep praying. I appreciate you talking about it, of course. I appreciate you guys listening. Truly, I do. I appreciate you guys listening. Fingers crossed we hear something. You'll be hearing from me soon again. Okay, let's see. A romantic reimagining of Homer's Iliad that explicitly reframes the mythological bond between Achilles and Patroclus as deeply passionate, lifelong love story. Told from Patroclus's perspective, the narrative follows their transition from awkward childhood companions to secret teenage lovers. There is more, but that's short of it. Is this a BL? Because if it's a BL, I'm all in. I am in. Song of Achilles. I'm gonna write that down. I write down. Okay. I wrote that down. Anyways, I'm gonna end stream now. I'll be back on the weekend. We'll probably talk about the subject again. I'm sorry if it bothers you guys. Really, truly. I'm sorry, but I can't shut up about this. Okay? We'll probably talk about it again. We'll probably touch on some Lads Dailies, and we'll probably try to play a cozy game to get our mind off things. We'll see what happens. Either way, I will see you guys on Sunday. I love you guys. Thank you for listening to me rant. Truthfully, nobody else does. So, I love you guys. Bye!